Good morning and welcome into today's Unprocessing Your Life. I'm Tracy Mahan, and today I'm talking about a question I get asked often, so often. It's something that I wish I would have known way back in the day. So come on in, grab your coffee or water, and let's have a chat. So today, let me ask you something really quick. How many of you are taking supplements and right now, just raise your hand. Maybe magnesium, vitamin D3, maybe your vitamin B's for energy. Maybe you're taking something for your blood sugar, berberine, something like that. Who's taking supplements? Let me hear it in the chat. Let me hear it in the comments because you are who I'm talking to today because you're already looking to support your health. And so many times the wellness programs that we run attract the wellness people. And I wish I could preach to the choir yet all the time because you guys are my people also, of course. Yet can we also talk to the people who are not taking anything, who are wishing that there was just a magic pill that could save you? And I'm saying that kind of metaphorically because I'm talking to many of you who say, I wish there was something that would help me feel better. And there is. And today we're going to be talking about what can help you feel better fast. So often I talk about this and I get asked questions about this every day, practically inside of our clinic. What is it that can really shift me and help me feel better now? Of course, we know there is no magic bullet. There's no magic pill. There's no magic answer, but I'm also not telling you to throw out supplements today, but I am telling you that you can't out supplement a bad diet. You've heard that. I know, and don't turn me off yet. Wait till the end. Because often what we're trying to do is your body's not a trash can. You can't just put junk in and think that you could just put a lid on it with a supplement and it's going to be fine. It's going to marinate and make it all better. We can't not move our body and feel like, why are my joints hurting? It's a move it or lose it. It's motion is lotion and so forth. Understanding when we do eat the American diet, that the American government has put over 50,000 different chemicals, some unknown to what they do to our body, 50,000 in over the last 5 years alone. We can't keep up to the amount of not food items they're putting in our food. Hence why we're the sickest nation on the industrialized world. So when I hear somebody say, I'm taking all these supplements, but nothing's working, my first question to them is, what's your life like? First of all, I'm going to ask, what are you already doing? What have you done that isn't working? My first question. Because often we've tried something, maybe didn't try it long enough. Maybe you are already going to a medical doctor and you've run labs. I love testing first. And that's my next question is, do you have anything already going on? What does your body look like already? And what does your day look like as well? Those are the two items that I'd like to really share about because it is an inside problem. We must go in first. We can't take something on the outer. And so often we want to. I wish that this protein-packed collagen coffee would help me. I wish there was something I could do that could just pop up my day and let me get out of the house with a lot of energy. And actually it's understanding everything we do in the morning does help us set the tone, science says, for the whole day. What we do in the morning. You've heard me say that many times on the morning shows. What we do in the morning sets us up. So what are we doing on the inside? Are you waking up and scrolling? Are you setting your chemistry up to fail at 2 a.m. or 2 p.m. or 4 p.m.? And that does set the tone for the day. So when we wake up and look for pleasure, we look at how we are already fueling our body. Many people, including ourselves here at the house, we like to fast in the morning besides a clean coffee. That's the only thing that we'll use. Now, there's so many things right now on the internet, Tracy, that's going to tell me the opposite of what you say. And of course, that's been that way for a long time. If I want to validate something, I can find a validation for it on the internet, and I can find a counterpoint for it as well. So you really must test. You know your body enough. Where can you push and where is there resistance? And that's more of what I'd like to talk about today. I do have some supplementation that we definitely love and are an advocate for inside of our community, inside of our clinic. We love real food often. That's what we talk about. Remember going back to bone broth? I started making bone broth like 18, 20 years ago because of everything that people are talking about now. Collagen, the natural collagen from the joints of that chicken broth is amazing. Add the chicken feet. There's so much more collagen there, and you can get that from your butcher. Use a good sourced chicken. Make sure that you're cooking it with apple cider vinegar and those kinds of things. And if you would like a good bone broth recipe, let me know. The key here usually is cooking it slow and for a long time. That broth looks so beautiful. The first time I made my own bone broth, I remember going, it's brown. It looks like beef broth that I would have bought at the store because of the way we cook it. And if we've been living according to the American diet, a lot of the things that we recommend they're little things you can do, but they're not the typical things you may have been doing if you grew up in an American household. And here's where we have to get honest, really honest with yourself. What is your goal? What is it that you can say yes to? My advocation is usually one that I learned from a beautiful chiropractor. His name is Ben Lerner. And Dr. Ben would say, add something healthy first to whatever you're doing so it doesn't feel like your deprivation. Add an apple in the morning. Go ahead and have a donut. Have an apple first and then have your donut. Can you understand that when you're eating lunch, add the vegetables first? Eat them first and then eat whatever you're looking for. That's part of my advocation is eat something healthy. And then if you're still hungry, eat the rest. But at least then you've also gotten something good in. And that's what he called 1% per day. So can you imagine if for 90 days you added one healthy good food in before you ate your other food? And maybe you added an apple and then the next day you add a salad for lunch. And then the next day you're adding some my head is going to something that my daughter and I are doing, which is roasting some kale. It's nice and crunchy. Love a good salty crunch. And that's with air frying kale. So simple. And so maybe you're adding some healthy foods in, and then in 90 days, imagine how amazing you're going to feel. And that's in as little as 3 months. And I say that because our body goes through 3-month healing cycles. And if you could really, truly trust your body for 30 days and do one ad, how many of you would still be eating the donut in 90 days? And actually, would it matter? It's a whole conversation about, do I have to be perfect with my food? I don't believe so. I've tested both, and that leads me to the next phase of these questions. If you already have a health issue going on, that could change the conversation. Yes. I know many of you know I had a really health scare 20 years ago when I found that a hereditary kidney disease which is chromosome linked, had affected me, and I was in kidney failure in less than 30 days. So pretty quick, like right away, my whole diet changed as a result. And if you already have an elevated, other markers that get elevated, flags that go off do you have a high A1C? Do you have proteins that are fighting your insulin already? Do you have hypertension? Is your blood pressure high often or all the time? Are you breathing? How are you focused on your food? What are you doing for the inside of you first? That changes the conversation. It really does. So does it mean that you're in a sentence already that, oh gosh, great, I have to eat this way forever? Guess what? No, you often don't. Now, I won't say no for everyone, because that's another thing I have found. Every one of us is different. We're all unique. You're a unicorn just like I am. There's different triggers. There's different things that are good for me and not so good for you, and so forth. So, people who try the same diet with an elevated A1C or hypertension, you will not see the same results. If I say add one thing, but your A1C is really high, meaning it's over 5.5, 5.6, and you testing these, let's do some other things first. Meet with me. I have a free consultation through feeltohealcoaching.com. I'd love to give you a map and an idea of what that looks like to work with a coach, work with me, and you don't have to be perfect, yet let's change your inner chemistry. And this is about giving you a total fighting chance to really feel and live well and heal. Feel to Heal is the name of that group below for a reason. And what's it like to just put a band-aid over that? I've talked about this for a long time as well, that allopathic medicine isn't something, please take me to a hospital for my transplant if I get hit by a car. Yet I do feel that we can change our lifestyle with what we're eating and what we're ingesting. Everything we consume is information for our cells. I talked about that last week. You can go back and watch that Food is Information video. But don't throw everything out. It's also how we're breathing, what we're watching, how we're waking up, what input are you putting into this system? Or do we need to wash out and refresh and reboot the whole operating system? That's what I'm talking about. What is your state of being? And that's what we work from with Feel to Heal. And it's unprocessing our mind as well as our food. Food is information. We can't out supplement that. And so often there are some little steps that you could do. I love a good bone broth because it's got the collagen. It's got most everything you already want inside of that, or you want to take in a supplement, in that bone broth. And you can just sip on that bone broth. We can do fasting with a bone broth. We can do fasting. It's biblical. It works. I don't like fasting. I had to have different issues going on because, again, I was thrust immediately into the medical community and I had immune issues. I was on dialysis, a lot of different issues. So where are you? Are you healthy? Relatively, just maybe you're feeling tired. Maybe you're feeling foggy in your head. Maybe you already have a diagnosis of thyroid going on. Thyroid's a catcher's mitt for everything else that's going on. It's a flag going, hey, if your thyroid is out, it's signaling to you that there's something going on the inside. We can switch that. And the analogy, let's look at my notes. Imagine you're trying to dry out a flooded room and you've got the best fans and the best dehumidifier, everything to dry it out, but the faucet's still running. You didn't just turn off the water. And we can turn off some of those signals that are inflamed, the flags that are going off, by going to the source. We don't mask it. We don't just cover it up. We really get to the root cause. When you pull it out from the root, now we have something we can plant and help grow and flourish inside of you. We start by asking better questions. So ask yourself these 3 questions this week. 1, what does my day of eating actually look like? Not what I think it looks like. What does it actually look like? Do you write down your foods? I highly suggest it. It's not fun. I don't right now, but I have. I definitely have, and I highly suggest it. What are you really eating? I notice some of the habits that you might be noticing too. Like when I'm cooking, I taste things a lot. Oh my gosh, I made an amazing batch of really healthy peanut butter and oat and banana cookies last night. I was tasting the heck out of that dough. So what are you really eating? I only had 2 cookies, 1 cookie, because I was already full from the batter. So what are you really eating? Not what you think you're eating. That's the first question. Write it down, get curious, and get curious for at least 1 day, okay? Add 1 day, that's great. If you do it today, awesome. If you can do it for 3 days, even better. If you can really do this, track this for 7 to 10 days, Why? Because we have inflammation cycles. We do have, like I said, we have 3-month healing cycles in our body. 10 days takes us through 2 weekends usually. Weekends or your days off is when things can change. Your habits and your patterns change. So write down, notice, what does your food actually look like? Question number 2. How many times a day am I raising my blood sugar with things like bread? Every time you eat bread, a slice of whole wheat bread can raise your insulin more than drinking a Coke, a soda, something fueled with sugar. We know whole wheat bread actually raises that insulin level longer. So are you drinking juice, a handful of crackers or chips or pretzels, or maybe you're passing by somebody's desk or you have a stash of your own of something sweet? How many times are you eating something that is raising your insulin level a day? Those are signals to your body that we were talking about earlier. And number 3, what cofactors am I already ignoring? We also mentioned this because when I dig in with somebody, I already know there's numbers in your labs that I look at, some more specific than others. And do you have labs? Are you testing? And I can help with that too. I have the ability to run labs, so let me know if that is something that you would like. I would love to support you with that. And those are the 3 questions this week to look at. What does my eating actually look like? Where am I eating sugar or something that is raising my blood sugar level, the insulin? Sorry. How many times a day am I raising my blood sugar? And 3, what cofactors am I ignoring? We must test so we really do know. And then that's really it. It's not a judgment. Start with some facts. Take the heart out of it. Take the emotions out of it. Let's get specific. Let's really affect a beautiful change so we can have an amazing summer. Summer is a great time. I love working with a lot of our patients during this time because your focus is a little different in the summer. The days are longer. We tend to want to move our body a little more, and we want to eat more fresh fruits and vegetables, salads, and lighter fare as well. So to bring it home for you, this is an inside job. It starts in the morning. Set the tone in the morning that I choose healthy foods for me. I love and I'm so grateful that I'm feeling good today. And even if you're not, what can you be grateful for in the morning? Set the tone. Take a breath. Like really be present in your breath. Breathe in through your nose with me. Breathe out. And if you're laying in bed, do it down. Put your hands over your belly and feel your belly move. And get connected with your body. Do a body scan. I have videos on that. Really connect with what feels good today. What is one thing that you can do? And then ask yourself these 3 questions this week. And please reach out, DM me, leave me a comment. There's many ways to get a hold of me. Make an appointment, a free connection call, clarity call, where we set a map together of how I can help you get the resources and really seriously, really different results too. In as little as 90 days. You can feel better within 10. We've unprocessed together before in this group. We can also do it together one-on-one if that's what you prefer. So thank you. My name is Tracy Mahan. It has been a beautiful honor to be with you today. And if you are looking to unprocess your life with food, food is information. That's one of my pillars. With feeling, noticing your emotions, as we must feel it in order to heal it. And stop thinking, overthinking. We get to train our brain, which is the next one, which is focus. What you focus on grows. And where our focus is, we amplify. So are you focused on the negative and how we actually train our brain to get a different felt experience, different chemistry inside of our body? And then the 4th pillar is freedom. True freedom is when we are participating with our health, when we're consciously noticing our thoughts, our feelings, and tying it all together. Freedom in financial, freedom from feeling sick and weak and ease comes from when we pay attention to what is going on. Breathing, all of the things in our nervous system, understanding we all dip and that's natural. We're not on a paint everything pink Pollyanna high all the time. And it's really to understand when we do have a dip, what's going on, and to look more subconsciously, what are we running, what patterns are we running, and do we need to do a whole reboot of our operating system? We can do that too. Life is easy. It's meant to be enjoyed. We're meant to be in pleasure instead of pain. And pain does come, but suffering is an option. So thank you so much. I do have another couple things I'd love. One thing to leave you with this week. I don't want you to take anything away. That was mainly the beginning focus, is what can you add that will help you feel good? One real food, one whole food, something that your body recognizes that can take in the information in and help you feel really great and amazing. And it's real information for your cells, for every cell in your body to start to reflect the light of who you are, because you are amazing and you matter. And for now, you are not starting over, you're starting from the truth, and we're unprocessing our lives together. That's what these lives are about. So thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. And could you come in live? There are opportunities. There's a link available inside of our Facebook group called Unprocessing Your Life. And you can join me for the questions times where we get facts and frequently asked questions answered with you. Real time. I even coach real time in these calls if that's something that you're looking for. Otherwise, if you are looking for a great chiropractic clinic and you're in the Cypress area, Discover Chiropractic and Wellness is where we get aligned and where we really talk more about these things, as well as getting alignment, full total body alignment, so that we express the fullness of who we are inside of our clinic. And that's called Discover Chiropractic and Wellness. And we look forward to seeing you there as well. Thank you and have a great day. Bye-bye.